What's good, YouTube? This is Admin Umbra back for another episode of Rocket Daily. And this episode's gonna be a little different. Probably a longer episode and a combination of a few things. I guess there's gonna be a lot of battles put together. This is also a team building video, and also I guess kind of a vlog. There's some things I want to talk to all you wonderful people in the Rocket Nation about. So first off, I'm not sure when you're going to see this video. And that's because I'm filming this on the night before Memorial Day. No, excuse me, 2 nights before Memorial Day. And basically, I'm filming this because I just finished making this team. And I love this team, and it's my all-time favorite team I think I've ever made. And I'm most definitely going to use this in our next stream on Monday. And the reason I'm not going to post this till then is we have such a dedicated fan base right now. I have no doubt that so many of you would see this video prior to that. But I want to kind of take you by surprise with this team, really give it a fair test. And there's a lot of strong battlers in this community. I really want to try this team on when they don't know what's on it. But having said that, I want to just talk to you all about where I'm at right now. I made this team after what were 2 of the worst days I've ever had as a member of the Pokemon community. Like, I want to dedicate this video to 2 amazing PokeTubers. Shocky Plays Games and Lindomar. Both of them are very dedicated supporters of Rocket HQ. Please check them out if you have not. I will probably, if I can remember, I will link them in this video. But I really want to dedicate this to them because they kind of made this team possible. Help me get through like these 2 days. Honestly, if any of you think that Admin Umbra is any decent battler, and I like to think that I'm pretty good, I haven't won a battle in 2 days. Like that's the slump I'm in, and it has been so incredibly frustrating and difficult, and like honestly just like psychologically terrible. And I had a really great battle with Lindomar the other day, and that really inspired me to make a new team. And when I went to make this team, I literally spent hours doing calcs and thinking through it, and the concept was brilliant on paper, but I went to test the team, and y'all, I literally couldn't win a single battle. I would come close and hacks would, I would lose to hacks, but 99% of the time I just couldn't win. And like Lindomar is a great player, and I competed, in my opinion, very well against him in our stream using random pokes against his dedicated team. And then I made a dedicated team, and he just trounced me day in and day out. And everyone else I battled walked all over me. Also check out the co-narrations I did with those individuals from those battles. There'll be links to those as well. Both Shocky Plays Games, Lindomar, and a few others. I was just getting so incredibly frustrated because of that I couldn't win. Like, my self-esteem as a battler was down. Like, I've never felt that terrible about myself in the Pokemon community. And I was filming a dual comm with Shocky Plays Games, and I wanted to make this video and to make that dual comm because I wanted y'all to see that, like, and know that that's okay. Like, I think a lot of times PokeTubers, we try to be the best, we try to portray a certain reputation. I just want you to know that if you think I'm at all a good battler, well then know that I went 2 days without winning. Know that to be good at this game is to struggle and to try hard and to be true to yourself, and it can be really difficult. And I just want all of you to never give up hope, because we love and we enjoy this, and it can change your life. And I just want to encourage all of you by letting you know that I did have that struggle, and to know that I'm here for you just like Shocky was here for me. And really what Shocky helped me realize is I was making a team, that while it had a lot of OU threats, and it was very similar to Lindomar's team, it wasn't an Umbra team. Like, my teams have a dedicated formula. When I was throwing those random pokes together during the stream, the reason I was winning so much is I have an Umbra formula. I have a type of team that I know how to use. It's a dedicated lead, 2 walls, kind of 2 bulky-esque attackers, and 2 light sweepers. I know how to use that. So even when I'm using weird pokes and they fit that formula, I can compete against Lindomar and the very best of the best. I could use the most OU things in the world against Lindomar and get destroyed because I can't use that team. He helped me realize that there was a formula that I love to play with and I'm successful with. I need to be true to that. And out of that came this team. And I want to give you all that advice. And this team went undefeated in Showdown. Maybe the first 10 people I found, I beat all of them. I think I lost 1 battle to hacks. And it was still like the team, I wasn't even mad. Like, the team did what it was supposed to do. You know that I love innovating OU. My dream is one of my creative sets to end up popular in OU. And I think I have my all all-time favorite set on this team. So without further ado, thank you for listening. Know that Rocket HQ is here for all of you. Thank you for the Rocket HQ support. I'm going to go ahead and show you this team that I just absolutely adore. This team. You've probably already seen it. You've probably already talked about it already in the stream and maybe in some videos from the stream. But this is the team. This is a walkthrough. I'll probably still do a Rocket War Room on this team. I'll definitely do a Prezi, and it will definitely be available in the Google Drive. But we're going to walk through this team, and then I'm going to show you some battles. So let's go ahead and get started with this episode of Rocket Daily. Alright, so looking at the actual team, this first Pokemon, some of you may have seen it already if you were like looking through the screen while I was talking. This is my baby. This Mega Pinsir is my new all-time favorite Mega Pinsir, my new all-time favorite set. I think it's incredibly creative, and it takes people by surprise, and it destroys. I use Pinsir as a dedicated physical wall. I have no attack investment, no speed investment, max HP, max defense. This thing just obliterates Conquador. Conquador cannot hurt this thing. You know, it will outspeed. Even if it switches in on the next turn, it will outspeed. Go for an Iron Defense. Ice Punch does nothing. You can get to +6 on a Conquador. In return, with no attack investment, still does work on so many things. Mega Pinsir one-on-one, or with this Mega Pinsir with Mega Scizor. Scizor can't touch you. You can get to +6, and your returns do so much compared to their bullet punches. Other Mega Pinsirs have quick attack. It doesn't matter. They cannot 2-hit KO you, even without setting up with quick attack, and you 1-hit KO uninvested with return. This is a dedicated physical wall Pinsir. We run Rest and Sleep Talk for longevity. We can't be statused. This Pinsir destroys teams. I've got my Chansey, you know, my dedicated special wall. Also my Cleric. This team really benefits from Wish support. I'm doing Wish a lot more as opposed to like Heal Bell. I'm really enjoying Wish passing. This is also an Azumarill that I've seen Assault Vest used before, but this is my own take on it. I think it's pretty creative. I adore it. This is a dedicated defensive Azumarill. Again, no attack investment. Max HP, max defense, Assault Vest. This thing can take on Talonflame, no problem. Can take on Conquador, no problem. But its biggest, job is Talonflame. Some of those threats that Mega Pinsir can't handle. Even though if you start setting up with Iron Defense, you will obliterate a Talonflame with a Mega Pinsir, and it's amazing. This Azumarill has the superpower Aquajet Waterfall Play Rough, and you will see how amazing it takes hits. The Mew, check out Rocket War Room if you haven't. You'll see this Mew. This Mew might be my all-time favorite lead, especially on this team. It enables the sweepers so well. You get knocked off with Weakness Policy and you Baton Pass, and you just destroy. Shout out to Lindomar. This is my own take on sort of his Latios set. Mine actually runs Tailwind to boost the speed of my whole team, to boost this. It's great in matchups with Greninja. If your Greninja might switch in, go for Tailwind, outspeed with Thunderbolt. Just kind of my special sweeper. Then my physical sweeper is this Mamoswine with the Choice Scarf, Ice Shard, Icicle Spear to break through sashes, Superpower Earthquake. This thing is powerful. When Mew Baton passes to this Mamoswine, to the Azumarill, to the Pinsir, it's GG. Like, they obliterate entire teams. So this is it. This is my first, I guess, at least in my YouTube career, dedicated OU team, I'll call it. You'll probably see me use this team a lot. I'm going to start building more dedicated teams, testing them as opposed to just using random pokes in my box. But again, shout out to Lindomar and Shocky, because they really gave me kind of the emotional support necessary to climb up out of that dark place I was in, losing all those battles. And I can't tell you how great I feel, how excited I am to use this team, how well it's doing in testing, and I hope that I can continue to do well against all of you. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into some showdown battles so you can see this team in action. Alright, welcome back. So this is the first battle that we went ahead and we had with this team. So pretty much we always lead with Mew. I mean, Mew is a dedicated lead, but let's just go ahead and go right into this battle. So we do lead with Mew. And right off the back we see the Scizor. So really hoping for a super effective hit. We go for the taunt because we're afraid of a Swords Dance. We don't want him setting up. He does in fact go for the Swords Dance. I actually missed-salved the Mew for the first battle, so I don't have Baton Pass. I have Stealth Rock instead. So my plan goes according to plan. I do actually, he hits me with the X-Scizor, but I can't Baton Pass out. So that was disappointing. Surprised he didn't go for a Bullet Punch there anyway though, which would have kept me from doing so. But now you see this in action. This Mega Pinsir destroys Mega Scizor one-on-one. I don't care how many Swords Dances you go for. I resist Bullet Punch. It's doing nothing. This is a scissor setting up. It's doing nothing. You can sit in here. I'm faster. You're not going to outset me up. Look at that damage. Look at that damage. This Mega Pinsir is an amazing, amazing wall. This is how I love using Mega Pinsir this way. I don't care. Guy below half, so what I do, I rest, excuse me, just to be healthy, a good health for the next mon. So I go for rest. I don't care. You're doing nothing. This is a +2 Mega Scissor. It cannot touch this Pinsir. I go for the return, get it, take it out. I adore this Pinsir as a physical wall. It is such a threat. This is a guard chomp. I really anticipated this Stone Edge, but he goes for Poison Jab. Maybe predicting a switch? No, I'm not afraid of you with this Pinsir. I'm at +4. Mega Pinsir's defense is already sky high. Send in a Talonflame. I don't care. Send it in. Go for this return. Get out. This Mega Pinsir destroys entire teams. It is such a powerful stall. Here he spins in a special poke. Obviously, I'm not a special wall. I don't want to take a super effective air slash. So predicting that, I do go in the Mamoswine. And now I'm looking at his team going, okay, well, he's actually really, really weak to Icicle Spear. So I am Scarfed. I decided to just go for it. Since pretty much all of his mons get destroyed by it. And at this point, he surrenders because he does realize that Mamoswine has a clean sweep. And even if the Gengar comes in and I don't have a guaranteed 1-hit KO on it, I can always switch out into my whole squad at this point and clinch the battle. So that is it for the first battle. We're going to hop right into the next one. Alright, welcome back to the second battle. We go ahead and lead with Mew. Just as always, he actually goes with a Venusaur, which is a great matchup. I go for a Taunt, anticipating a Leech Seed or a Sleep Powder. Most don't carry 4 attacks. And I'm assuming he stays in because he doesn't predict the Psychic. Most Mews don't actually carry Psychic. So we see really good damage even with no special attack investment whatsoever. I stay in, go for another Psychic, because nothing really threatens me out at this point. Mew is very expendable. I'm just going purely for damage. Goes into Rotom. I do end up going for a Taunt, just in case he wants to go for a Willow, even though a Hydro Pump revolts, which is very obvious. I know I can eat it up. At this point, I believe I go for Baton Pass just to scout, see what he wants to do. He goes for a Volt Switch, which I know Azumarill can take very, very well. And then this is amazing. No one sees these. When you use OU pokes creatively, no one sees it coming. Solar Beam. I'm max HP Assault Vest. This Play Rough would have one-shot this thing. I miss. It's hacks. What are you going to do? The proof of concept is, look how well I took that Solar Beam. So I go into Chansey because why not? I've got Wish. Maybe I can heal up Azumarill a little bit later. So I go into Chansey. I'm debating between T-Wave and Heal Bell. Both seem really useful. Here we see a great example of T-Wave coming in handy, but we also carry Tailwind on Latios and a lot of priority. So I've been testing both. I'll have to see which I like better. In comes the Heracross. I highly doubt he's going to go. Actually, I go to Azumarill because I'm hoping I can maybe live a close combat with max defense and get the Wish, but it doesn't work out that way, which is fine. I go in the Latios at this point. Because I know he'll switch out, I'll get a free turn to set up. So I go for a Tailwind. I do the Calc on Rotom. I know Draco won't kill, but it'll do an awful lot. So I go ahead and go for it. Figuring why not, damage is damage. And he goes for a Will-O-Wisp on me. And my thought at this point is, why don't I go ahead and go for another Draco Meteor. Damage is damage. Predicting that switch out, a very, very risky play. I stay in and went for that Draco Meteor. I saw no reason not to. He does get the weakness policy off. I didn't even notice that in the battle. That is how little damage and a little threat this Dragonite was to me. I go into Mew. I'm just following off Mew at this point so I can get a free switch into my Mamoswine because I'm Choice Scarfed. I'm not afraid. And I know that Icicle Spear is going to do work to his whole team. It'll 2-hit KO the Rotom if he tries to switch it in. It'll 2-hit KO the Venusaur. So I go for it. Again, 2-hit KOs the Venusaur. I love this physical Mamoswine. I love using these OU pokes in slightly different ways. I just adore this team. Out comes the Heracross. I go into Latios and he makes an excellent prediction. Goes for the knockoff. One-shots me. That's fine. Looking at his team, he has no special threats left besides Ninetales and Rotom, both of whom are slower than Mega Pinsir. Remember, I am not invested in attack whatsoever. I'm like, alright, time to set up so I can make sure I can tank every hit. Out comes the Ninetales. I know this thing's a threat. I can't live a Fire Blast. I'm faster, it's paralyzed. Boom. Return. No attack investment. One-shots it. Rotom, again, this is resisted hit, no attack investment. Mega Pinsir is so powerful, it makes an amazing, amazing physical tank. This is my all-time favorite set. I love this Pinsir. Here I misclick, it doesn't even matter. You're gonna try and set up on me? No, I'm gaining 2 defense for every one attack you gain. I don't even care if you're raising your defense. I'm gonna set up a little. I go to +6. At this point, he's still going for bulk ups. His defense is doubled. I have no attack investment. Boom, return, gone. Mega Pinsir is an amazing physical wall. I don't even care if you go for Stone Edge Heracross. You can't touch me goes for close combat. That literally does 1%. Here we go with another return. Boom, get out. Dragonite, I don't care if you have Thunder Punch. I don't care if you have Outrage. You are not going to touch me. I have a sky high defense at +6. I'm amazing. Boom, gone. That is, imagine this set with Mew Baton Passing 2. This Pinsir is so powerful. Let's get on to the next battle. Alright, welcome to the next battle. I'm on the opposite side, as you can see. That's me on the far side. Let's go ahead and get this one started as well. So obviously Garchomp comes out. I would lead with Mew. I'm scouting to see what type of set this is. I go for Taunt just in case he's the wear sub Swords Dance set. He starts going for Iron Hands. I'm guessing he predicted my Azumarill to come in. No sir, that is not the type of player I am. So now he's locked in. I'm going to call that he's locked in and go into Latios. And this is why I love this Latios set. I'm able to go for the Tailwind. The Greninja comes in. I'm now faster. Thunderbolt, gone. I love Tailwind Latios. It is so powerful. Out comes the Zapdos. I go for the Draco Meteor. Unfortunately, this is the bulky special Zapdos, and it has that very small % chance to live. It in fact does. Hidden Power takes me out. Obviously, my Tailwind is still up, so I could go in anything and kind of in sweep for a turn. I go into Azumarill and I go for an Aqua Jet, even though I really should have just gone for Waterfall in case he wanted to switch out, since I was going to be faster than anything. Tailwind peters out. Out comes the Scizor, and this is a testament to how amazing this Pinsir is. It's to go for a Swords Dance. I'm like, that's really awesome. I'm happy that you're setting up. I Mega Evolve. A critical hit Bullet Punch with +2 doesn't kill me. I go for an Iron Defense. I'm not even worried. They think they've got me. No! Look how bulky this Pinsir is. Oh my goodness. This Pinsir is amazing. The sheer bulk, one-on-one with Scizor, this thing does absolute work. Like, I don't even care how much you set up. I resist Bullet Punch, and my returns do much, much more to you. Unfortunately, this person must be running my Focus Energy Scizor, because they get another crit. They get 2 crit Bullet Punches. I mean, that's the game. There's nothing I can really do. I wasn't even mad. I was so impressed with the damage, like how powerful this Pinsir is as a physical wall. I'm so impressed. I was just so happy to see it live that hit from Scizor. But as you can imagine, that is the battle. They do go on to sweep me with the Scizor. So let's go ahead and get on to the next battle. What's good, everyone? Welcome to the next battle. This is a really fun one. I think it shows off a lot of members of the team. I just love, like, every member of this team just shines. Like, everyone on this team does so much work. So let's go ahead and get right into this battle. Obviously, we're going to lead with Mew. And I see immediately out comes the mean shout, and I believe I go for, I know the fake out's coming, but I go for a Baton Pass, because I'm hoping that he'll go for either U-turn or knockoff immediately, and I can just start my sweep off on the right foot. But actually the Chansey comes out, so I'm like, okay, I can Baton Pass into my own Chansey, T-Wave it. At this time I'm not wanting Heal Bell, still wanting Thunder Wave, still kind of debating between the two, which I like better. You can leave your thoughts in the comments. So I'm like, alright, well, I might as well get a Wish since they're locked into Seismic Toss. I can go on the Mamoswine, got my health back, and I do carry Superpower on this Mamoswine. So I'm like, alright, now I can go for a Superpower. Damage is damage. Out comes the Mean Chow again. There's pretty decent damage to it. Now my obvious answer is my max HP, max physical defense Azumarill, who resists everything this thing wants to go for. I'm a little worried about the knockoff, but I don't see any real threats besides the Sceptile. Especially, so I'm not afraid. Here comes the Fortress. It was a pretty obvious switch, but I went for the Aqua Jet just in case. Again, I didn't want to be taking knockoffs if they had it. So I go back into Mew because I carry Defog and Taunt, so it's super easy for me just to get a taunt off, go for a defog. I'm lucky enough to actually switch in the Chansey. I'm very fine having the taunt on that. I can go for defog. I'm loving Mew as a lead. It has everything I want out of a lead. It enables sweeps. It's durable. Doesn't really need recovery because it's sort of a suicide lead. It just helps the team so much. Go back in the Chansey. Again, you're taunted. I can rinse and repeat. I always have Mamoswine who's immune to the T-Wave, which is really nice. So I go for Wish again. The Fortress comes back out, so I can go into anything for free. I go back into Mew just to get Mew's health back up, playing the taunt the Fortress. They actually go into the Sceptile. I'm hoping for either the Pursuit or the U-turn for it to be faster. I actually outspeed, which tells me something very weird about this Sceptile set. And I end up going into Chansey just to see, because I still assume it'll be special. Excellent play by my opponent's part, going to Thunderous to absorb the T-Wave. I decide to stay in and just go for a Wish after I see the Focus Blast. Originally go for a Seismic Toss to break possible sashes, just for damage. Seeing the Gyarados come in, I do go for this Wish and Protect just to get my health back, so I can wall, then I can always pass a Wish off to something else. So I get a good amount of health back. And my opponent actually switches out back into the Mean Shell. Seeing this thing come out, I went for a Thunder Wave on the Gyarados, but I'm very happy to have that thing paralyzed because now my sweepers can easily clean up. I end up going for Wish. I don't really need Chansey at this point. And now I get a very nice free switch into Azumarill back up at full health after this Wish. I go for a Play Rough, and even though I'm uninvested in attack, like that Play Rough would have mattered. I would have been able to keep this Azumarill at full health. My opponent, I'm sure, thought they had me with a one-shot Thunderbolt. No, max HP Assault Vest. Come here. Doesn't matter. I have the Aqua Jet. I love the defensive Azumarill, especially with Wish support. It'd be great with Leech Seed or Grassy Terrain as well. Out comes the Sceptile. Now I know it's physical. So I'm like, alright, looking at this team, he has no special threats left. It's game. I've got this Pinsir. I'm going to set up on you. My opponent goes in the Fortress to set up hazards. And they don't understand. I'm 100% fine with that because I'm going to set up. Seeing me as a threat now, they go back in the Sceptile. I'm guessing also to change moves because they're banded. They go for an Air Release. No, you are not going to touch me. I'm going to take it out immediately. This Mega Pinsir is so powerful. Keep in mind, all the damage you see is with no attack investment and an Intimidate. Mega Pinsir's attack is so high that it benefits tremendously. If it's uninvested, it's still an amazing physical wall. Almost half with an Intimidate on this Gyarados. I'm going to +6 defense. You're not going to get through me. My opponent actually makes a very smart decision. Luckily they have the War so they can war me out. But all the same, I can bring Pinsir back at any time. I'm very much on top of this game. Even though it's currently only 5-3, it's highly apparent that I have this game in the bag. I do switch out, going into Mew, hoping maybe for a knockoff. I can Baton Pass. Really just to keep the game moving because I know I have my opponent at this point. I go for the taunt as always on the Chansey, and they forfeit. So again, just in another amazing match, seeing how brutal Mega Pinsir is as a physical wall, how well this team works. I absolutely love it. Let's go ahead and get on to the next battle. Welcome back everyone, and welcome to the second to last battle in this video. Once again, I am on the opposite side, so that is me on the far side. I'm just now noticing that this team is color-coded as well. 2 pink, 2 purple, 2 brown. I don't know why I love color-coded teams so much. I promise it doesn't happen intentionally. I just like it aesthetically in Showdown. But yeah, purely unintentional. Anyway, let's get into this battle. Another great one, really shows off several members of the team. So I go from Mew, obviously. Knowing Sleep Powder or Setup is coming, I go right for the taunt. Then I go for a Baton Pass, just to switch out. I go into Azumarill. When my opponent gets sweated out, so I know Togekiss is coming in, so I go into Mamoswine, and I just end up going for Icicle Crash or Spear, just to be safe, because I know I'll be able to take out the Togekiss. I don't want to stand an Umbreon because I'd rather be locked into Superpower. So I go into Mew. I don't really agree with the Protect here. I mean, they could be scouting for what I would do, but they were at a high enough health. I don't think they needed the Wish. Anyway, I go for the taunt, and thankfully my opponent takes the bait. Gives me that nice +2, which I can now Baton Pass. Wide out into Azumarill. I'm sure my opponent thought they could take me going for Thunder Punch. Max HP, max defense. Now my attack's doubled. Azumarill comes through. Boom, Play Rough. You're gone. I love how I can make it. Magical Leaf. I'm max HP Assault Vest. I don't care. Gone. Look at this Azumarill doing work. I love defensive Azumarill, especially with support from this Mew. It does so much damage. I'm guessing my opponent anticipated a switch here. I found it very odd that they just played around this Azumarill like it wasn't the biggest threat in the known universe. Half their team is gone because of this Azumarill. I'm going for Aqua Jets at this point, and my opponent finally does take me out. I go into Mamoswine now, knowing that nothing he switches in wants to take these. Goes into Charizard, figuring he can resist. Nope. I get 4 hits with the Icicle Spear, doesn't matter, it was a 2-hit KO. Mega Evolves, doesn't matter. Mamoswine, putting in absolute work. Again, I want to be locked in the Superpower on Umbreon because I can 2-hit KO. So I go into Mew, really just to fodder it. And I taunt the Umbreon once again. Can't use Wish. And I anticipate a foul play, but I go into Mamoswine. My opponent actually switches into Togekiss, fine by me. Go for an Icicle Spear. I get 2 crits in a row, but I mean, it really doesn't matter. Like, this Togekiss can't paralyze me, unless it's really cool like me wanting Tailwind. There's really nothing they can do to me. Go into Mew just to die so I can bring back, and maybe I'll go for a Superpower, but I get greedy and go into Mega Pinsir because I want to see foul play. So the beautiful thing is I naturally outspeed, go for an Iron Defense. I don't care, you can wish all you want. The point is your foul play is not going to touch me. Remember how high Pinsir's attack is, but we have no attack investment, all defense, and our defense is already maxed out. Look at that! Oh my goodness, this Mega Pinsir set is amazing. Bap, look at that, we're not invested, that was an Umbreon. Absolutely incredible. Incredible battle. Really shows off the synergy of this team, how threatening it can be. I absolutely adore this team. And so I believe we only have one final battle left, and that is actually against Admin Shade. He was also testing some pokes at the time. And I was texting him how excited I was to be recovering from this Pokemon depression, how I had teams that were really working. And he wanted to test them on, so we had a battle. So that's coming up next. But thanks so much for watching this. Let's go ahead and get into that battle. Welcome back, everyone, for the exciting conclusion of this episode of Rocket Daily. So glad that Shade actually offered to battle this team. He was testing some Mons as well. He didn't have a full team yet, just some singles he was testing. So he threw a team together to battle this team because I was telling him just how absolutely excited I was about this team. So without further ado, let's go ahead and see how Shade fared against this new team. So I obviously lead with Mew. Out comes the Greninja. I really predicted the Dark Pulse, so I went for Baton Pass because I just get, it'd be beautiful, I could survive. But no, he goes for the sub. I'm like, alright, I'm going to go in the chance that he can live anything. And he's physical, so I'm like, alright, Shade, I see you out here. So I go for a Seismic Toss just to break the sub. I'm like, alright, you're sub Power Punch, so you're definitely not mixed. You don't have enough attack slots to be mixed. Pinsir can take anything you want to throw. And at this point in the chat, Shade was just like, excuse me? What? And I was just like, yes, I'm here. You are not. Set up all you want. Go for as many power punches as you want. You are not getting through the wall that is Mega Pinsir. And he gets me below half. Go for return just to break his sub. And I think predicting either a switch, I go for a rest, knowing that he'd get me below 50% health. I never want to be that low. So I get back up to full. And just go for a Sleep Talk. Keep in mind, we're facing a Dusclops, and we are uninvested in attack. That's a 3-hit KO with support from the team. That is fantastic. So he goes for Infestation. I'm like, alright, I'm not liking that damage, because that definitely does more than any physical hit would actually do to me. Go for a second return. He gets the Pain Split off. I'm like, alright. Infestation damage, definitely need the rest. I hate being under 50% health with Sleep Talk sets. Dodge the Toxic. And then I believe we go for, obviously we go for another Sleep Talk. I think we actually pull rest though. Yeah, we do. Gardevoir comes in. I'm not a special wall. Infestation goes away. We switch out into our Chansey. And look at Shade taking our sets. You remember the Gardevoir set I premiered in one of our streams. Videos of this Will-O-Wisp set will be coming in the future. I made a physical wall Gardevoir. So I do go for the T-Wave on this wall because, like, obviously that just makes it. Pinsir can now outspeed. It's beautiful. Pinsir can eviscerate it. Out comes the Dusclops again. Shade does an excellent job of Wish passing to the Dusclops. I believe I just go for another T-Wave, wanting to slow this thing down. Out comes the Miltank. I don't know why I didn't see this coming, especially since I narrated the normal Shade's Mono Team Madness series. Check that out if you haven't. He used a mono normal team this past week. Don't know why I didn't see the Heal Bell coming. But I'm like, alright, I'm fine. I'm fine with that. I see he's a curse set, so I'm like, alright, I want to paralyze you again. Encourage you to waste a turn either going for Heal Bell, getting Parahaxed, or going for another curse. Switch into my Latios. I sort of predicted the Greninja switch in out of habit, but it really made no sense because he's physical, he can't touch me, and his Gardevoir is far more likely. So I should have gone straight for the Draco, but I think also expecting the Gardevoir to come right in, I went ahead and went for a Tailwind first, just so Azumarill could then outspeed it, as with Mamoswine and the rest of the team. So we go into Azumarill. He actually goes into Haxorus, which is really funny. Goes for an Iron Tail. I don't know what this man's running, but look, uninvested Azumarill does that much. We go for a Waterfall, just trying to finish the thing off. I'm expecting a switch too. Chumney comes out, I'm like, alright, either Shadow Claw is coming, but he actually goes for a Horn Leech, so I'm like, alright, let's taunt this thing. He gives me what I want, goes for the X-Scissor, he's taunted, so he can't Willow me. I'm like, amazing, switch, sweep mode activated, go into Mamo. I'm like, I am ready to go. Nothing on his team wants to take Icicle Spears from a +2 Mamo. Nothing. Goes into Gardevoir. I get so unlucky right here, so I'm like, yes, go, go. Oh, I don't get 2 more. I would have killed. But I'm like, all right, I can still kill. Go for 2 more, and I only get 2, and he gets the wish off, and I'm like, all right, I need to get out. So really unlucky there, but still a good demonstration of the power. Greninja comes out, his Heal Beller's gone. I'm like, all right, I'm going to T-Wave you just so you're slow enough for Pinsir to absolutely destroy your life. Go into Azumarill because nothing. He can. I'm max HP, max defense. He cannot touch me with this set. I go for the Waterfall because I'm faster at the Parahacks, and in case he switches, it will do more damage than Play Rough. Also, don't want to miss. So he actually gets the Toxic here, which I don't really need this Azumarill. I missed the Play Rough, but it's highly irrelevant because we have Pinsir, who can eat up just any physical hit this thing wants to throw. Goes into Dusclops. Remember, this is a 0 attack investment Pinsir. I end up going into Mew because I know the Infestation's coming. And then I go for a Baton Pass because I know the Nightshade's coming. I can get out of Infestation, dodge the Nightshade. Although I still pass the Infestation to Chansey. But I go for a T-Wave on the Dusclops just to slow it down. At this point, I'm gonna fodder Chansey. I don't really need it anymore. He goes into Trevenant, and I'm like, all right, well, let's just go for wishes to make sure that whatever comes in can come in for free. And I know he can't kill me even from there because I'm a Chansey, so I go for a wish. He might be, I think he's a Assault Vest. Actually, now that I kept taunting him, but he's, I think, gone for 4 attacks. Pinsir comes back in. This Dusclops is paralyzed. I'm in an amazing position. All I have to do is for him to miss 1 attack, and here it is. He does get the para. Oh no, he goes for a Pain Split. I don't care. He's paralyzed. I'm gonna get a quit, or he's gonna be paralyzed. There it is. Mega Pinsir smashing through teams. I do think I like T-Wave more than Heal Bell. Heal Bell definitely has utility, but with so many threats, you know, it's not. I haven't found a situation yet where I lost because of it. I've barely lost with this team thus far. We'll see how the testing goes, but that is the battle. This Pinsir, still, you can see it still sweeps teams, but it's absolutely unkillable. And the rest of the team is designed to really support it. You know, T-Tar, things that would threaten it out, like T-Tar. Obviously, we can kind of do a little bit, but we can't do much damage to T-Tar. We have the Azumarill. Just a very, very powerful team. I'm really enjoying this a lot. Hopefully the testing goes well. By the time you've seen this video, I will have used this team. Hopefully I will continue to enjoy using it. Sorry for the super long episode of Rocket Daily, but I really just wanted to send a message to all of you out there that, you know, don't be afraid to struggle. Don't be afraid to take breaks. You know, there's a lot life has to offer, but if you're struggling in Pokemon, know that we all do, and that it doesn't mean you can't be great. Just keep working, keep looking for people who can make you better. And this is Admin Umbra. Hope you like this new team. Signing off, and thank you so much for all the support and love here at Rocket HQ. Have a good one.